Well, hey, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you gathered from the title what I'm going to try and discuss really quick, as fast as I possibly can. I don't want to go too far in depth. That's kind of like it says in the description below. That's for the next book. I really. The trouble is, everybody's asking. I'm getting emails about it. I'm getting Facebook messaged about it. It's apparently it's pretty important this year. Everybody is bugging me about this, and I understand. I totally understand. And I'm a heavy proponent of being healthy and growing the best possible, but growing the best what? Okay, a lot of you have been really stumped by this question. What's going to be the best? What should I be conditioning my soils for, and what should I be growing? Well, believe it or not, and I know it's going to kind of mess with some of you, but garlic is in there. Garlic's in that list. Very medicinal. Garlic is, but the numbers don't lie. And when I go in and check in some other places, I'm not shocked to find out. Now, of course, your almonds and your Brazilian nuts and what have you, I mean, they're so nutritious. They've got so much in them. Your magnesium, vitamin E, iron, calcium, fiber. The list goes on. Okay, but we're talking about your garden. What you can do this year, right now, as fast as possible in your garden. First starters or established, doesn't matter. The one that keeps popping up. Number one, believe it or not, kale. Now, understand, you've got to balance your diet. You don't want too much acid. You don't want too much this. You don't want too much calcium. Okay, you got to balance your diet. You can balance it throughout a day, or you can balance it every other day. But when it comes to the highest condensed nutrition, kale. I'm a little stumped myself, but kale is coming in number one. And I'm shocked. Now, of course, broccoli has to be in there. All right, you can't get away from it. It's just one of those. You got to have it. If you can get a chance to. Now, blueberries is another good one. But apple trees, I mean, these are the obvious ones, right? These are the ones that are just seem like they're everywhere, but they take time to grow. Okay, you're gonna get blueberries out of the box, but you're really not gonna get that full blast for a couple of years. Just like blackberries, it takes a couple of years, and then depending on the plant, it's every other season and da. But you're asking, I'm telling you, kale. Carrots. I know the old wives' tale, right? Believe it or not, another huge one. Potatoes. Huge in your list. And of course you can go the opposite direction. There's some other things. The whole point is you need 90. When they say a balanced diet, in other words, yeah, you need kale, and you might want kale today, but you might want spinach tomorrow. Or balance this out. Leafy greens. There's a bunch of them. Now, you don't want all water. So don't just load up on salads and go, I'm going to be fine. I'm going to have everything. Because as much as you're going to get your vitamin A, B6, C, E, K, you're going to get some trace minerals of selenium in there, niacin, zinc, Obviously, it's going to pick up phosphorus. This is just one of those. I'd almost grow the leafy greens and then replant them. I grow the leafy greens in compost piles, be honest with you, and just let them suck everything out that they possibly can. And then whatever is left over, obviously, don't throw out table scraps. Throw them back in the garden. Throw them back in your compost pile, because you're going to get your potassium, your calcium, magnesium, iron. These are, I mean, you've got to change it up. You have to change it up. And I heard a couple of people talking the other day, and I double checked it. Sweet potatoes are in here. They're part of this list. It's huge, believe it or not. Now you got to watch how you cook your potatoes, okay? My advice, don't bake them. At least if you're going to bake them, skin them. Something happens in a potato skin when it's baked that changes it, and it almost makes it toxic. I know a lot of us have been eating this for years and years and years, but there's some trace stuff in there that when exposed to heat, things change in it. Now, it'd be different boiling it, obviously. It doesn't break down the same way, but when you cook this thing and you burn this thing, or you throw it on an open fire and you burn the skins, you're looking for some issues. Obviously. The other white meat, it's important. There's some chemicals. There's some things in these fats that we actually need. And I know how much they talk about, oh my God, you've got to have a fat-free diet. I mean, this isn't a whole nother side to me, a whole different world that I'm into, but you need fat for brain. The brain is made of fat. I've heard some people say how much water we are. Well, let's really break it down. The entire brain, and I've heard some research is done and being done, and we've got this Alzheimer's issue, and a lot of the heart medications and Alzheimer's, and start questioning some of these meds. Okay. Do the research yourself. I'm no doctor. I'm really hardcore into this stuff, but I'm no doctor, and I am not giving medical advice here. But when the brain is so much fat, and it's just a reorganization of fat, and then you go and start taking a medication that removes fat, and Alzheimer's, and really think that through. Okay, just do it for yourself. Look up the research yourself. Fish, huge. Salmon and what have you, trout, lake trout. Yeah, there's some garbage fish out there, and I know about them. And look, I eat some of them myself, but regardless of salmon and tuna are two of the highest fat-filled, delicious, and oh my God. And I know you're going to come after me on cholesterol and what have you, but eggs is in here. Eggs and protein. There's a balance. So that eggs and bacon breakfast in proportion. Okay, let's a couple of eggs and a couple 3 slices of bacon. All right, we're not talking about a dozen eggs and a pound of bacon per person. Let's get real here. Okay, there's some other things you can fill up on, like brown rice or something odd, or oatmeal. Oatmeal, perfect example. Oatmeal, fill up on some oatmeal along with that, and get the right things in your body. All right. It's just when people come and ask these questions, it's you don't want to come across like the doctor or the the nutritionalist or what have you, because we're talking about gardening here. We're talking about, what can you do this year that's going to be the best thing for you, that's going to give you the fastest possible results, and kale is number one. Obviously, if you want to clean the garden, do your sunflower thing, and what have you, there's so much, so much, and to tell you that garlic is up there, that just, because I am just hardcore. You know me, my research, I love it. There's, all right, and I'm thinking this through myself, and the egg whites, they're kind of in question here, because there's so much more in the yolk than there is in the whites. I can't argue. This is just one of those things. It's there. It's just, now, as you read the book, it was the tomato research that really kind of got me into this, and the abundance that I was getting, that I backed off, and all of this stuff plays into it, what have you. It's one of those things. But tomatoes, it's up there on the list. Be careful because of the acids. Okay. Again, balanced diet, like cherry tomatoes, and I don't know, inside a kale salad would be phenomenal. But balance that with a little bit of dairy, okay? Because you don't want that heavy duty acid in your system just tearing you up and causing you all sorts of problems. Yes, we talked about some of the exotics. Kiwi fruits, okay? The noni fruit. I mean, these are really hardcore soil conditions, though, to get some of these, and growing conditions, what have you. Obviously, we've always said beans. Look, I know, it's an aeration factor for some people. There are other types of beans. You don't have to instantly go into the. I know you're all laughing at me right now because you've probably heard I've had some scary instances and eye-watering, room emptying, dog rubbing its nose in the carpet instances, and well, I'll stop there, okay? But beans, peas, you remember hearing your mother say beans, peas, and carrots, right? Well, okay, so they're in here. They're part of this, and yeah, Cam Patton's right. Zucchini. I was in agreement with him, but I didn't want to say too much. But I've gotten so many emails and so many questions that it's just time to come clean on some of this stuff as to what you can do right now, this planting season, to help yourself and help your family. Okay, I hope this helped. And yeah, I'll reiterate, make a nice salad. There's not a whole lot of watery ones here. Hint, hint, hint. Okay, water is not picking up minerals. Water is not picking up vitamins. These are I know potatoes are starchy, but a balance, please, a balance. Balance these things. Your body, and I believe I said this once before, and I'll wrap this up. And yeah, I'm also going to add into this, share this out. Make sure everybody hears this. Make sure your gardening friends hear this. But yeah, let's get heart healthy. Let's get these gardens going. Balance. Now, I'm a hardcore barbecuer and meat eater and what have you. And, I'm picking up some high proteins, and trust me, when I go hunting for meat, and I don't mean pick up my pew and head into the woods. When I go to my grocer, when I go to my meat market, I'm looking for grass fed, and so on and so on and so on. What you do is okay, balanced your diet. And believe it or not, when you get it right, your body will tell you what you need. You're going to wake up in the morning and you're going to be like, I don't want eggs and bacon this morning. I know, wow, really? But honestly, it could be that you just want a filler. Okay, so some oatmeal. And you're going to find you're eating less, you're craving less, and you've got more energy. You're staying awake longer. You're getting more done. Mind clarity's coming back. There's so many benefits to getting it right in the garden, and getting the minerals your body needs. It'll tell you what it really wants. Believe it or not. You get those cravings, ladies. I'm going to add this one in because it is that important. Cacao. The higher the cacao in your chocolate bar, yes, I'm advocating it. The higher the cacao, 80, 90%, phenomenal. I understand it's anti-cancer. Again, I'm not a doctor, but in proportion, ladies, in proportion, high cacao chocolate is actually good for us all. So yeah, enjoy yourselves. Thanks so much for coming. Subscribe, tell your friends, do your thing, buy a book, help me out. We'll talk to you. I hope this answered all your questions as fast as I possibly can. Write that list down. Order your seeds today. Have a great day.